Heyo, and welcome to the stream. It's Hunter Murray here with Brescia FC and Football Manager 2022. Welcome, Rob. Well, welcome in. I'm doing well today. Tottenham got a big win when we didn't really look too great in the first half, but always looked dangerous on a set piece, so it was good to actually convert on one and pull out a win. And then just in general, doing well. How are you doing today? Who's this? Can you play defense? Not really. Yeah, extremely. Simulating through the winter break here. I was trying to do it before a stream, but didn't sleep too well last night, so a little slow to get started, but still ahead of time. Oh God. Oh no. Why so many? Yeah, I don't know if I care about those. He does still look like he'd probably somehow be pretty good, but Ward Prowse available again. And then nobody else really with nobody with potential in the group. The most is this guy. He's fine. Well, I guess he could play everywhere. Interesting. I guess there's Penfold. That's interesting. Ken had the ball. Can't jump. Well, it's short, I guess. And can't jump. Really pacey with excellent off-the-ball movement. Doing well in the MLS, which isn't saying too much, I don't think. Okay, that's a little too much for me. Let's see. Does have great teamwork. The pace is what gets me excited about the guy. I don't think he's a must-have. I mean, it's a nice move. If I didn't have any restrictions, I would probably look to do that. But if that's our non-EU signing for next year, not that I specifically have a guy in mind, but like if I'm worried about another next striker, there are a lot of options when you have everything available, like the non-EU stuff. You'd have to come in and play, pretty much. And I think he can play. We'll see if any... I assume other teams are going to go for him. At least on a free. It's really risky to me. If I had a clear... I'm going to be selling a guy to open up. But with us re-signing Andrade, he was kind of my... He might free up a non-EU spot, right? But... And the keeper's interesting. I definitely think he can still play, but I'd rather just keep Carnesecchi. I mean, if we get desperate or something, maybe. So in the little bit of week that I simmed on the way up to this, there were some interested some teams that were interested in some of our players, including Carnesecchi. But it also looked like our guys that had interest, at least at the moment, don't want to leave. Will that change with an official bid? I'm not sure. I might be going back to the lo-fi stuff. It's too much for me today. Big switch up, but a little too ridiculous. Milan's Coach Bomb is the manager of the year. A tough restart. Juventus away, Inter at home. Set pieces, attacking corner. Welcome, Pond. Welcome. Chance creation. How are you doing today? Defensive shape. Fantastic. Good. Good to hear. Defending engage. Chance conversion. And teamwork or something. A little something extra. And then I'll look more holistically. Editor. Oh, I'm doing all right. A little tired. Maybe stayed out a little too late last night. Well, and also walked around all day. Um, I guess I get your point, but we agreed to. Am I not even playing you? Where is that at? Happiness. So we don't have a lot of money, so not necessarily looking at anybody to buy at the moment. Maybe some moves if some sales happen. There's definitely interest on like everybody in the squad. So at least in some way or another. It's about, but like somebody like Mogensen's had interest for like 2 years now, and nobody's made an official bid. For example, I wouldn't mind selling Mogensen. I think he just hasn't had huge success here. I think he's a fine player, but I think we have better strikers. And then I'd probably look to find a striker that replaces him somewhere else. But so Monza, you entered with 6 to 7 strikers. Nice. I need Carboni for depth. And you were down, had 5 injuries? Jesus. Oh. I'm glad that hasn't hit an injury bug like that. Four striker injuries and one attacking midfielder. Oh boy. That's crazy. Neto back out there. Cabrera is the best U21s. Nice. 29 goals. He slowed down though this not season, but yeah. I maybe should have just asked Satriano. You are getting the time that we promised. Yeah, I had 2 striker injuries before the winter break. But then one of my new young signings scored a brace in both of the games that he had to play. So, it kind of worked out. I'll try to give you time. I understand. I don't want my. Oh, and a different Cabrera wins the European Golden Boy. Interesting. Luca Romero wins. Oh, because he's back. I didn't even realize he's started a $10 million 18-year-old. Nice. Tony Rice tearing it up for the Irish young players. Fernandez on a new team, still winning Serie A Player of the Year. Yeah, it's a It's always nice when that goes well. Abdulov is your Russian Young Player of the Year. He hasn't done much, but one of our guys. Yeah, I had to start Mohamed Yenner here. Couple of games going into the break, and I mean, 9 appearances so far, 8 goals from them, so he's been impressive. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking for that, like, because I know Mogensen, like, if a bid comes in, he's gonna want to leave. So I've just kind of had my eye on some other strikers just in case. But that can hopefully jump right in and be starters, though we still have 3 good starters, and then this guy that's performing above expectations. I don't by no means expect a $10 million purchase to be scoring a goal a game. Yeah, that's not good. Well, if he goes to Tottenham, that's fine. But I do not want this guy going to Milan, who are also interested. Or maybe our answer. If all the money comes through. As the transfer windows open up some longer sims between days. Actually, I should save after this one. I've had some trouble last stream, so try not to lose too much progress. Somebody's interested in somebody. And then Tottenham go after Kim Hong-jun. Interesting. Different. Interested in joining who? Are you sure? 17th? Mans wants to get wants to go into a relegation battle, I guess. 10%, bro. I don't even know where to begin with that. Good news for Stefan Birkenbaum. Good to see. I'm gonna have to think on that one. Yeah, it's pretty good. 4 appearances, 6 goals. Pretty deserving. And is part of the team of the month because of it. And our young keeper also gets part of the team of the month. Alright, cool. You know, I was thinking about him, like, actually trying to change things to bring him in. Back into the squad, just for the passing and vision, and I think those things are still very good. But then you look at some other things, the inconsistency, the personality, the the lack of natural flair. And I think it maybe is better to just move on. What happened to the stream troubles? So it's like I don't know exactly how to say it, but just like computer locks up. It's like I can't do anything. Screen just like freezes, and I don't know. Yeah, so I was thinking of him as just like a deep line playmaker. So finishing not super important to me to get him back into the squad. But yeah, I think if he's going to be the deep line playmaker, I think flair is a bit more important. I guess they don't say it is, but yeah, I mean he's more defensive than some other guys I have, but yeah, it's not. I don't know. I didn't give him a fair shake, and nobody else has really impressed me. It was kind of my thought, but just 1.1 is just so low. But I guess I get it. He's hardly played. Can we? I'm gonna try to push my luck on that one, but try to squeeze as much out of them as possible. But I don't think that's gonna go well, and then he'll be upset. But well, it was 1 million for the year. Yeah, like I think if it was closer to 2, I wouldn't. Just with the situation, I wouldn't be opposed. But 1 million isn't close. Unfortunately, his salary, I just made it too expensive when I signed him. Yeah, that's a. Yeah, it says in the bottom what the total number. It would have been 1.1 over the course of the year. Fine, whatever. You can keep it. I've tried twice now. Nothing in your game says you should be taking overhead kicks. I just want you to know that. God damn it. Guess 17 technique, maybe. But not that it ever happens, but Cueva to Inter. That one I'd prefer not to do. What do I have you on? Yeah, just set a really high number. Okay. Always working. I don't know. We're always looking to improve. Yeah, and this is the January. So that's why it's not 2 million. It's the January transfer window. So they only have him for 6 months. I was like, yeah, you are kind of right with the math, but then I was like, it's not. But or like even less for actual playing time. Not giving my starters a direct rivalry. Great. So I guess it'll still be 1.1. But so I didn't do the math either. It's fine. Whatever. I guess they skipped one there. That's fine. Whatever. I'll do it. He wants to leave. Well, wing back maybe. So I didn't do the math either and should have pressed that a little bit higher. I meant to try to get like 1.5 out of it, but oh well. So I could have just accepted it. I don't know what the difference would have been on that. Nothing much, really. Yeah, I think we're... Do I have to do this? No, I don't. I probably will have to make some adjustments when he leaves, though. Okay, on that. Fine. Where are you? Like, every time I see you, I'm like surprised. Yeah, somebody's got to get you out of there. I don't think it'll be us, but somebody should do something about that. Well, I guess that means I'm not going to start him. Or change anything that I'm doing. That makes sense. Don't really have to worry about the Germans all coming in, so they don't have to worry about it. I don't want you to go to Inter. I like see what you're saying. That's more like it though. I mean, you guys aren't gonna win the cup. If you guys win the cup, please pay me. Just no way. There's just no way. No, I'm just gonna reject that offer. They're gonna have to do more than that. Too important of a backup at the moment. And our current captain, which, I mean, I think Satriano can supplant him pretty quickly, and Carnesecchi could get vice captaincy, and I think everybody would still be okay, but middle of the season, selling the captain, I don't think is ideal. wanting new contracts. Yeah, I think I have enough man management or whatever. I often can talk some guys down. But I think there's just like a general atmosphere, and when one of your team leaders leaves and leaves a void, it just like it puts you out of funk for at least a couple of years, you know. Or not years, but like a couple games, couple months until somebody either fills in that position or the team just calms down. And I think in this game in particular, what's it called? Is the morale is just so important. I think. You're gonna become unsettled if you're not allowed to speak to them. They're nowhere close. Stay in Serie A. Play in a real league. All right. That's all I mean. But sure. Actually, you know what? I'm also gonna reject that other. This one. Yeah, can't wait to get back into action. Cabrera is still dinged up, but not too close. Yeah, I think we need to be patient. I do think the sky's the limit for him. Eventually, yeah. Yeah, we just look to assert ourselves. That's why I'll say that. Pekovic appears not to be just a great fit. Really should be called morale manager. Yeah, I think just like this one in particular, because it's just like you see it in the teams that get promoted, finishing like we had Parma last year finish 7th in Serie A, but then like this year they're like a mid-table team, which is probably where they should have been before. But it's just like I think morale can, like, when things are going really well, that's just how you jump up so well. I don't know. It's just it's incredibly important to keep your form. Is keeping a good morale for sure. Yeah, he's well suited for this type of match. Yep. Like Gossens. Yeah, we want to force teams to play our way. Jesus Christ. I guess it is Juventus. It's a 13-day gap. I mean, we did come in a little bit of fire, but yeah, I mean, they're still good. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. And talking about a youth player to finish it all up. Happy you finally broken Juve's run at the top of the league. Oh, nice. Hey, they weren't anywhere close. Fine. If they come in for you, whatever. I don't care. Get off my team. Just leave. I've completely turned around. Just leave. I don't care. Yeah. I think we're okay on that one. Do Yenner. And then I want to look at our youth guys since it's been a little bit. Oh my god. Everybody's training well. Everybody excited after the little break, I guess. Maybe I should have waited another week. Speaking of morale manager. And just try to keep the morale up here. Much less in my U18s, so don't have to worry about that quite as much. Oh, yeah, don't do that. Advance forward's fine. Not that you can. Not that you can finish to save your life, but whatever. Yeah, for me it's Milan, and I don't know. This is probably as close as we've been halfway through the year before. Just like forgot what I wanted to say about you. Milan being those top guys that we got to take down. How's Milan in sponsorship compared to you? I don't know if I know how to check that. Or just like spending, you mean in general, or just like are they making more money? They're pretty close as far as I know in this series for me. If you go to Serie A. Good spelling me. Where am I looking for? Where would that be? Overview? Sponsorship under overview. Oh, there we go. So they actually are crushing. Oh, is it not sorted? Oh no, it was sorted. So it's Milan, Inter, Fiorentina actually, and then Juve, and then we're sitting well behind. Your save Juve's, yeah, because I mean Milan. So my save Milan has won they were in back-to-back Champions League finals, won one of them, have been the top of Serie A the whole time except for the one time Juventus won it. Just been and when they like won it, it was they were like 1 point behind or something stupid. I'm just gonna set everybody there. Satriano's Carnesecchi's gonna play. Carbone's gonna play because I promised him he would. Satriano's gonna play. And I don't want Cabrera to play. I'll give them the full thing. Sure, on that one. At this point, kind of just let him choose. I mean, that's at least like a reasonable first bid. I appreciate that from Leipzig. But no. Right now, Raska's starting. He's my current deep lying playmaker. But he's more of like a glue guy. He's gonna do whatever for the team. I'd like to get a better deep line playmaker than let him. Oh, and then if you go to stats, team detailed, you can see payroll for. Yeah, I can also do that. Yeah, payroll I think is a lot closer than that. I'm kind of surprised. I was kind of surprised Juventus wasn't number 2 there, to be honest. What did you say like that? Go to stats, team detailed. Oh god. So salary per year is much closer. Only a $3 million difference. Inter's made some strides recently to push themselves up. And then we're sitting in 6th place in that too. So kind of where we're supposed to be, I guess, in a sense. And then yeah, we're right there. That's the place to be of like, which is where we're at in this stage where we're top 4 every year. It's just about pushing. Can we push a little bit higher? And I just haven't quite been able to do it, unfortunately. I guess we could start balanced. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I agree. I think we're just missing like a couple of guys to take that like next step. And really make an impact. Still a young squad, you know. Carbone's gonna play. Comas, Birkenbaum, Gossens. We do have time between this and Inter, right? Yeah. I'm gonna do Raska, Cueva. Pretty much the starting core. Wondering if I should play even more guys in these friendlies. Nephew, Barcelo. Because honestly, I'll probably have the starters, unless they like really disappoint me in this game. Probably. And I like keep going to a different spot every time because I'm really good at this. Farsi's already there. Abdulev is fine. Denis. Squad. Very important one that I almost forgot there. Gotta get the starting keeper out there. Okay. So that's more like it. How good is my backup keeper? Not very. He's young. He's got some potential. I think, though, I just haven't been able to play. Haven't been able to play enough. And actually, this year he has simmed pretty well in his opportunities, though we haven't played some of the top teams when he's been in. And we had a rough go in the Champions League group stages. United were ridiculous and just scoring everything. But he's solid. Definitely still has to grow. But I think he might just always be a backup. It's not bad to have, but yeah, it was just like every time they had a sniff of goal, it was a goal. It just they like outperformed their XG. But this year he's been, I don't know, at least in Serie A, been fine playing against bad teams. In the Continental, you see, played one time and allowed 4 goals. So, but I think that was against United during his injury. And then I don't think Carnesecchi did too much better, to be honest. My one qualm with him has been kind of lackluster on the Continental stage. Like, he's just always just fine. But I think that's partially the defense in front of him needing to be better. Look to build up. We just have to keep carrying confidence, hopeful for performance. If I know what we're capable of, we'll do okay. Yeah, desperate for it to end. Yeah, away I maybe should be a little bit more. But I kind of want to try to take control of this game. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, right now I'm in that, like... it just feels like... And this is probably how it should be. But it just feels like a good defender that's, like... in his prime. Or, like, close to his prime. Is just so ridiculously expensive in the game. Like... So you gotta find guys early, I think, and try to get a little bit of a discount. Yeah, you bought your best defender was 18. I just took another chance with an 18-year-old defender, and then it was 60 million still. Yeah. Petkovic has been my best defender. I bought him when he was like 18, but he's wasn't in Serie A. It was Goslin's almost scoring a wonder goal. Would have been fantastic. What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't. I don't typically like playing with a man mark, but isn't that the exact goal a man mark is supposed to prevent? We just let him go. Awesome. Awesome. Well, that may change up the strategy a little bit. God damn it. so mad. And also, also just like tight marking. I guess it ended up on my wing back. Yeah, I think that was the problem. It turned out that it was the wing back. It wasn't a specific marking position, but because he was just generally man marked and it was a set piece, they decided that my wing back was to cover him. And he's actually really good defensively, but yeah, he got abused. Yeah, since it was coming off the throw-in, I think they like set him up one-on-one. Yeah, it's definitely not the same as if Pekovic was on him, for sure. Nice. I mean, I appreciate the fact that you just went for the punch there, but bold decision. Great pass, Raska. Way to go. Good ball. Should have been goal number 2. Okay. So they're going to hit us pretty hard on the counter, huh? Well, I don't like anything that's going on right now. Well. That back pass there is one of the things to try to eliminate. Yeah, it wasn't even my wing back. It was, well, that was the thing. The wing back got in too tight, and so the deep lying playmaker that kind of pushed up into the wing back role, and because of that, he's not encouraged to cross the ball necessarily. So he decided that the back pass was better than just trying to whip in across. So I don't mind the deep line playmaker stepping forward, but I would prefer if he crossed. And then how did Mapon... What are we doing? My defense is playing horrible. Nice game, Cueva. Way to go. Really glad I am forced to play you. Asshole. Okay. Trying to get everybody motivated a little bit. We just were flat in that. We're fouling too much. I have to take this off. Which is great. Love that. Struggling to play it out the back. Which isn't too surprising, but kind of surprised Mogensen wasn't offside there somehow. Oh, I guess maybe the guy who threw it in. Oh no, sorry. That wasn't my wingback when he did that. It was great, awesome. It was my deep line playmaker. So he's not. I think wingbacks are like encouraged to cross, or at least cross from the byline or something like that. Especially when they're on attack. But there's no such instruction for deep line playmakers. He's just 2 throw-ins, and he's matched up. Well, at that time it was Pekovic. Well, they tried to switch, but he's matched up on the wing back again. We not that we've generated anything either, but we've played pretty well defensively, and it's 2 terrible moments. Not that Mapondo should have scored. He should have scored earlier on his breakaway. Good job, Cueva. Way to go. Really controlling the game out there. Really appreciate that. I mean, Nordberg's not going to be better than Birkenbaum. He's maybe a little taller, but he's not as good defensively. And I just need a different body. And I just got to trust my strikers, even though they're kind of struggling. Just not able to generate anything. Frustrating one for the first game back. Get beat by Edward, potentially. Or Odward. Good. Sick. Nice save. Fuck. Yeah, they're still just too good. I don't know. We could have had them in this game, and we just didn't. Just not our day. Just not our day. Fuck. Dude. That one hurts. That one hurts. Great. Awesome. Awesome. Exactly what we want. I mean, it kind of wasn't meant to be, but I do think we also played pretty flat. A couple of guys came through, but I don't think I'll do any extra gestures, but it's fine. I don't want to make it worse. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Everybody was like either neutral or somewhat motivated, so. Nope, just a couple tweaks. Again, we had. He was fine, but I'm just not gonna. Not gonna comment. Like bullshit. Good, sick. That's what I want to do. Pay for an underperforming player. All we can do is pick ourselves back up and go again. 150 league appearances for Comas. He's been great to have. Yeah, we never stop looking. Don't know. I honestly don't know who that is. And good to see Cueva's going to try to motivate himself. And then the other top squads handle their business. So out of the top four, we're the only ones to lose. Great weekend. Awesome. And Birkenbaum will be out for the Inter matchup coming up next. Super fun. No. Can you guys stop? 31. Don't you guys have a good goal? Yeah, don't you? I guess he's a little older. Hold on. I don't know. I mean, I like Karnaseki, but I feel like Danny Martin's been pretty good. I guess he's maybe having a down year. Maybe that's what's going on. I mean, I really hope Inter's not the team that get him. But if that, like, starts the bidding, I'm not opposed to accepting the offer. I'd prefer he didn't go there. Elsewhere, Udinese win, Sampdoria win, Fiorentina continue to do well, and Roma draws. Well, it wasn't even free kicks. Whatever. But that's what we're gonna put. Oh, actually, you know what? I need goalkeeping. Physical. I didn't even acknowledge that was 7 goals in that game. That is kind of crazy. Every team in existing going after Penfold, which isn't a bad idea. Yeah. Understood. Yeah, I think I just don't care about that anymore. I mean, I think he should just move into channels just being an advanced forward, but... Nah, stay behind Gossens right now. And sure, I'm okay with whatever. He's probably not going to like that, but I'm going to try. Oh, he's currently marked as that. Really, I think we're getting him squad player times. So. If it's just about making him happy. Did you get taller? Did not get taller. Damn it. Okay. But he's fine with it. Although I think he is going to get important player playing time. So it doesn't really matter either way there. So Crotone get Sistana. We get a 4% fee, so something. Take it. All these guys are so expensive. Crotone win. Fine. Understood. I think that was what I was trying before, to get his agility a little bit higher. But I don't think it worked. Ludwig wants to stay. I was like, I don't know who that is. Don't care. Interesting tidbit. Maybe I should have defended corners instead of defended free kicks. Bournemouth going in for Penfold now, essentially. Interesting. Madu wants a new contract. I mean, I love Madu, so that's fine by me. Okay, he's okay for now. As far as I've seen, nobody's drawn interest in him, but I mean, I'm sure some teams are. He's our best player, so. Nothing noted with anybody wanting him. I'm sure teams have their eye on him if he would show any signs of wanting to leave. How much did I pay for him? We're starting to approach where this is tough to say no to, but I don't know. He still isn't. He has no interest in joining, so. You have to turn down. I would have just probably accepted, but I guess if the guy is like that good. But there's nobody. I don't think there's anybody that I've ever had that I would turn 200 million down to. Inter. Yeah, both teams are gonna go for the win. Big win for them. I pay no attention. Be a tough match. Yes, he's good. Fernandez is good. There's no one to buy is the issue. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he's just better than everybody. I feel like, slowly kind of working my way to it, I feel like there's something about a really good central attacking midfielder in this game where they just, like, they'll pick up the ball and they'll just, like, find space. Like, they'll just, like, shoot. And so a guy, like, if you want a guy that's, like, 15 goals, 15 assists, something like that, I think it comes from that position, almost. Yeah. Taro Martinez is really good. So yeah, I get that. Like, if he's absolutely tearing it up, then that makes sense to me. So, Tomazic rejects staying in Serie A. But he will head instead. The one bad thing is his jumping reach, but he's basically, yeah, nice. Absolutely top quality guy. Yeah, I'm kind of missing that. I mean, I hope Cueva, kind of because of that, he flashes at times, but he just doesn't have the finishing to be dangerous, I don't think. And then I just don't know that he's going to get enough assists to make up for it. My current guy. But so I wish I had that. Had somebody like that. But I'd probably have to spend 200 million to get him. So the duality of man. Yeah, I don't know. He maybe could have been successful in the deep lying playmaker role, but I don't know, to be honest. Oh yeah, I forgot to like set something up to where I could like switch to see some of these things that people send through. Yeah, he's nasty. His mental stats are utterly ridiculous. They're so good. That's yeah. I mean that's a tough one to beat. Raska suddenly wouldn't mind going. Nah. Raska I just think is such a good like glue guy. Minimum. Guess the one thing I was yeah, he's got a resolute personality. Yeah, I'd rather keep him around. Yeah, that is an absolutely nasty central attacking midfielder. Ooh, his backup. I mean, yeah, he's obviously not as good because it's really hard to be that, you know, to be that good. But oh man, and with a name like Tittle, how could you go wrong? But yeah, he looks like he could. I don't know. Again, your other guy looks like he's absolutely nuts. But yeah, you're. What are you, Mitch Trubisky? Paid like $70 million to get him. I think that's probably well worth it, and to give you some options. So I guess Cabrera can be on the bench, but he probably won't play. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. 17 jumping reach. I don't think I've seen one with 17 jumping reach. Guess I should have played more guys. Some guys didn't play, apparently. Should have played more guys in the U18s for that other friendly. Bekovic, Carboni. Again, kind of forced my hands a little bit, forced with that starting lineup to just kind of meet some promises, but and it is Inter, so I do want to go like as strong as possible. We'll do some more switching next time around, I guess. Your center back's pretty nasty too. Doesn't have the like elite heading number physically, so I'm sure he doesn't like score a ton of goals, but you know, he's gonna do like even on corners is kind of what I mean. He's not like the dominant guy on corners, but then I guess you have a central attacking midfielder for that instead. But yeah, he's got it pretty much everywhere else you want it. Maybe a few mentals a little behind, but not by much. Not enough that they cause him problems, I assume. Yeah, and that is definitely true. His physicals are insane. Yeah. Yeah, when you're 16 pace and 19 jumping reaches, well, and then it's not even just that. It's because sometimes they'll have that pace, but then they won't have something else there, like an acceleration or something. But he has it all, you know. Yeah, we just have to push a little bit harder, and yeah, we definitely want to be positive. These things happen, so it's up to us to not miss them. Wingbacks love getting cards, man. What can I tell you? Now, I did that thing again where I just went without looking at my opposition instructions. Big game. I mean, a bigger game probably for Inter if they want to stay at the top with Milan. But a big game for us if we want to stay within a shout of the top two. Yeah, this episode is really good. My biggest regret would have been nice to go after him. Sad. Cucurella. Yeah, I was gonna say that's gotta be his side. Neto is gonna cut in, and so this guy is gonna provide the width behind him. Clement Longley, not as concerned about. But he might still push up. I'm not too sure about that, to be honest. Okay. Good movement and a tough save already having to be made. Jesus Christ. Actually, they love throwing it over the top too. This might be another good one to... before it bites me in the butt. Didn't like that. Nice play by Sapasodi. Not a bad idea. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Ah, nice play, Nordberg. Even worse that it, like, fell out to Lautaro there on the edge. What are we doing? What are we doing? And then the keeper just stands there. How did he get there? What was that? Ugh. Ugh. They're like trying to frustrate me. This is why I want to play my other defenders. I can only sigh at that one. That was pretty bad, dude. I don't really mind Pekovic being up there, but interesting. If Nordberg would have scored that, that would have been nuts. There it is. Satriano unmarked on the back. Over Fernandez. Couldn't get a finger on it. A little bit of fortune, but more like it from us in this game. Another one of those weird set piece things that just Our striker, unmarked. Meow. That was almost bad. That was almost really bad. All right, right. Didn't happen in this world, as far as I know. They've been pretty dangerous on these corners. I kind of wish I would have trained. Had I known that fact, and then just seeing them on these corners, I'm going to have to try to remember that moving forward. The next, well, maybe for the rest of time facing Inter. Better central attacking midfielder would have scored that one, I think. And then we leave Lautaro. I don't know what was up with our defense on that one. Was that also just from the set piece? I might have to like reset my set piece defense or something. Or at least like the throw-ins. We like... I don't even know what happened on that one. But everything was out of whack. Yeah, I think they need to like rework the way like set pieces work. Zuma again at the front post, and it could have been something. Karnaseki wasn't going to save it if it was on target. Yeah. I'm still worried. Yeah, like I think it would be more interesting. I think they just need to rework it in general. Yeah, like of like I want this position because it's like position based, but like as soon as you make a substitution or a change in your position, it like screws everything up. And so it's like, yeah, when I bring in a really short guy, it's like now I no longer want this guy being the one defending the back post on a lofted corner. You know, I want a tall guy to jump in and take over. But yeah. Yeah, when your one guy's got 17 jumping reach and then your other, I didn't actually like look at him that closely, but you know, I've also seen a central attacking midfielder that's got like a 4 today jumping reach, so yeah, it would be a very different guy. 8, yeah. Yeah, by no means good in the air. or like beating out a center back. Just hard and low across the keeper. Open your body up hard and low across him. Ugh. Cueva puts it home. Hey, I mean, it's not a bad strategy to have. I think, I don't know if that was a Zealand video or whatever, but he's definitely done a study on, like, jumping reach and, like, heading skill in general, and it's one of those things that can just make a difference of when everybody's good on a set piece, you have less problems that could potentially just, like, take advantage. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad way to build the team. Conte in real life likes to build his team the same way. Yeah, so when you... I think, yeah, there's a lot of long balls that you get that opportunity to win, and you want to win that first ball and hope they head it. Head it to your guys. I agree with that too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Farsi's really better. Yeah, he's got no jumping reach. This FM, you want his jumping reach. Last FM, it was acceleration. Yeah, I think acceleration. Yeah, acceleration and, well, pace and acceleration in general are both good. I think I have to do that one. As much as Nordberg can jump better. Speaking of our most recent problem, or on our current discussion. Thinking about Comas, but we might also just start kicking the ball long at some point. Yeah, midfield's tired. I was kind of thinking that was going to happen. I'm going to go to Miranda again, getting a little bit of height back on the field. And then Madu is going to miss next game because of his yellow card. So I can kind of force him to play. I don't mind that. And then, yeah, I guess we will go Barcelo. Yeah, I'll just make adjustments here. I'm going to start playing it long to my front, guys. Standard is still fine. And start the time wasting a little bit. And actually push late into this one. I'm going to up the time wasting a little bit more. And then my favorite attribute. Yeah, I don't know if there's one attribute that I found makes or breaks, or maybe I'm also not like as familiar to like say, oh, like in previous games, oh, huge save. What a brilliant counter. But I would say general athleticism in some way or another, I think still is so incredibly important. I haven't had the luxury of necessarily going after all of those guys, but I think when you can get that pace, the acceleration, or the jumping reach, like, you need to have some sort of really good physical attribute, I think. Hey guys, you wanna like... I think that might help. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, just like my newest striker, who is the one who's currently injured, is my most athletic, and I don't know, it's definitely also Argentinian. Or Argentine. I don't know. But really good. When he's firing on all cylinders, he's really good, I guess I should say. He's still young. Yeah, I was like a little bit behind Luca. Now, actually, both those guys have become available again, and like in a price range. Now, I mean, they're like 30 or whatever. Why would you do that? Might be leaving you at the end of the season. Is she? He's been out with an injury the entire year. Yeah, that's pretty rough stuff. And judging by how old your like regens were there, you've got to be probably at least a similar timeline to where I'm at. So Luca's not exactly young anymore. I'm sure he's still like fine in terms of like the prime of the game, but 32, yeah. Yeah, that's like at the edge of prime anyway. And of course, Lautaro Martinez scores because it's inevitable. He has to. Defense standing still, and he just jumps in between. Wow. It's not even necessarily that. He arrives late from the midfield position, and they had two guys pressing two guys. Just overloaded. That'll finish it. I think they deserved a little bit more. They definitely generated good chances, but we held on. We did enough defensively. A really nice performance from Carnesecchi, making a couple of very key saves, especially late in that game. But some big goals for us. I think it generally played well. Tough-ish day for Comas. I thought we did well. You could talk about luck here or there, but I think we would get something. Pay increase for Barcelo and Nordberg. A little fortunate. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I mean, he has immense quality. I think he'll be okay. Yeah. Martinez is just really good. But at least this year, it wasn't giving him a penalty in the, like, 95th minute or whatever we did last year when we were holding him shut out. Nice. Goals from corners, our specialty the past 2 years. Leading Serie A, apparently. Yeah, honestly, as many of you as possible that can play get an extra game. No. Refuse. No. 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 I mean, not that I'm surprised that he is interested in the team that's been perennially crushing us, but I refuse. And Dortmund will get the English kid, Penfold. Oh, and yeah, they just lost their striker, so yeah, that kind of makes sense. Or at least is being bid on. I think he's their backup striker, but can fill that up pretty easily. God, if Pekovic forces his way to Milan, they're gonna be so good. I'm not gonna be able to beat them. And Madu with a big win. Or with continuing it to develop is what I mean. But nice to see that he's willing to try to be better. Although I do think a lot of people just say that and then nothing happens. And Dortmund, not happy with just their one striker. Want ours as well. If it's the 80 mil, I'm not opposed. Although I am kind of wondering if he would play like attacking midfield, if he would actually be better. I still think he's just, because some of his traits, like I think he needs to like distribute a little bit more. But then his actual like vision falls short of where that needs to be. Would actually, would have been interesting. Maybe try the attacking midfield thing. He could have maybe been interesting from there. I need more though. Welcome, Alec. And I see Spurs. Also a fan. Big win for us today. Assuming you're a fan. Want to do a draft? No, I can't today. I have plans this evening, so. So this stream actually is gonna have to end before my typical big win for Juventus, big win for Milan, Sassuolo, Atalanta, and Torino. Big wins all around. Lupando's interested? Yeah, let me just get right on that. Okay, we'll watch him closely. I forget what training we actually just did. Physical outfield. So more like tactical. What do I need? I'm looking for chance conversion. Attacking, no. I think I was thinking that and then that. Cool. bonding and okay, something like that. Ascoli next. So they accept the 85. I'll accept the offer. My hope is to kind of start the bidding, potentially. But I kind of have a feeling Dortmund's not going to be able to convince him. They are a big Champions League squad. Liverpool interested in Satriano. Well, it's kind of one or the other to me. So Cabrera can now cut in from the right, which I think maybe makes him a little bit more viable to play either side in our attacking two. I want him to round the keeper. So now that that's open. Dribbling's actually pretty good. I'm kind of surprised he has like... Oh, I think he just like naturally got knocks ball past opponent, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay. Sure. We'll do that. And I kind of get the poor finishing thing, but I kind of feel like it would just help anyway. Like going around the keeper, if you do it right, is like a wide open play. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to keep Martinarini around, especially with Tomazic moving on. I just need the depth. Unfortunately, like the Tomazic thing happened like immediately. I was kind of hoping to have the month to like rectify things and maybe him not be too upset to leave, but wasn't able to. Guess I've been lucky. I think he's a... yeah, I don't see it. Is that... I do think it has value. You know, I think we're confident here. I'd be reluctant to see him leave. On a great run and everything seems to be going well. Yeah, there's just a good togetherness in the squad. Yeah, we rely on... we don't really rely on Mogensen, but... no reason to, like, talk bad about him while he's still here, you know? Yeah, I'd like to see them stand by. And then we have the cup game against Udinese, which is a pretty good squad. So not an easy cup game, and I think it would be disappointed. Our board would be disappointed for us to get kicked out on that one, so I have to take that one pretty seriously. Fiorentina with a couple of sales. When they're like 5th right now, I don't know. Maybe they have a guy in mind to try to push them over the top, and they just need a little bit more cash. Leipzig coming in for Raska again. They're kind of paying top dollar for the wonder kid, but I think he's just such a good versatile player for us. I'd like to move him back into the box-to-box role, I kind of feel like, over the deep-lying one that I have now. He doesn't really have the finishing, I guess, at the end of the day. So he's maybe not ideal, but I like him and currently have no. So Matu has to get out. This is one of the lower teams, so we're going to get Petros in. I do want to see more Abdullah, though he's a little dinged up. Back to Orestes as well. Birkenbaum jumping up. But I think we'll go Barcelo. We'll go Martinarini and beside Raska. And then I'd like to see Cabrera maybe get back out there. In maybe the slightly less important game. And then we'll keep Cueva. As much as Valletta needs to play too. We'll get some of those guys in the next one, I think. How many subs is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's about what we want. Like, we could go Valletta instead of Cueva, but I've promised him a lot of playing time. And that also works out to 3 guys that are fit, so that'll be our can be our substitutions. I think I am actually going to give the I have faith. We need these guys to be up for this game. We need to continue our good run. We just put ourselves in a wonderful position by beating Inter. We need to continue our foothold in the top. Yeah, if you can score goals, you always stand a chance. Yeah, we're confident that it won't improve too honestly. Yes, Flex. Also, he isn't playing in a different position. This is right. This is where he's been playing the last 5 games. And then if we do well and take control of the game, and I don't need to substitute guys, which is the hope and dream, we can then substitute some of these other guys that are lacking some sharpness as we start to try to rebuild it a little bit. It would have been nice to have the first 2 games be against slightly easier opponents. We really had to get the starter, our best team out there for those games. Mogusin wins the header and puts it home. Or, well, tries to put it home. Saved. So we're dominating possession. We're not getting many highlights. Cabrera? Oh. Offside? Yeah, offside. Love the attempt, though. Huge miss. Huge mistake. Exactly what Ascoli are hoping for. Mistake by Abdulev, and it nearly cost us a goal, but off the crossbar on the chip attempt. And skied by Abdulev there. Shot it first time with his weak foot, the center back. Kind of as you're expecting, I feel like. Kind of a nasty free kick there. Petros couldn't handle it. And I think I'm going to turn up the heat a little early. We're controlling possession. Yeah, maybe we won't do that yet, but up the tempo, pass into some space. Try to maybe force the issue. But we're really only generating from set pieces at the moment. And this one's actually going the other way. I don't love that attempt, but I don't mind it either. Fantastic movement here, but Truss way off of his line. The defense was in position and to try to help him out until he did that. And just before halftime, Ascoli, who have only gotten 2 chances, but they've both been one-on-one opportunities with the keeper, score. They put one home. And we did nothing in the second half of that. Kind of had the feeling on this one. They're playing so rigid defensively. We're just not doing anything to break them down. We're not playing well. We're not playing well enough to break it down. Terrible pass from Pekovic, and Martinarini fouls the counterattack and will get a yellow for his attempt. Oh, and somehow saved. Brilliant take from Cabrera. Should have been a goal. And maybe if it falls to anybody other than Pekovic, maybe it is a goal. Pekovic gets another attempt, but wide of the post. And it is Abdullah's first goal. A ricochet off of Ascoli. I think it was headed for the net. I don't know if it would have been. I don't know what this would. I guess it just says it takes a deflection, but a little bit of luck for Brescia to get back into this one. I think I'm gonna see on Valletta. Cabrera's been doing a little bit better. I'll hold for now. Yeah, this is where I would love to go to Madu as well, but Pochettino across. Pekovic stops it in a big clearance. The young Abdullah standing still a little bit on that one again. Pekovic flips it over. Valletta there. Rings the post. Barcelo across. Valletta gets a second crack at it. And the substitute puts Brescia in front. More like it. Did I tell you to use off tackles? I didn't. Berkebov speeds around. He's going to drop one forward to Cabrera, who will shoot and draw a corner. And Pekovic heads it over. I'm trying to think. We're going to do that. Cabrera's kind of growing into it. I was kind of thinking to bring out Jenner. Just get some fresh legs. And I actually think I'm gonna get some final minutes from Satriano instead. Not a great day for Orestes. But it kind of is what it is on that front. And a blast over the bar. From Cabrera in his final action. Yeah. Pass into the space, sure, but I'm actually going to take that run at defense off. And I'm going to bring the tempo down. We kind of want to control the ball. Pekovic, Satriano on the backside. And the insurance marker. Similar to the one Harry Kane scored today. I'm actually going to pull us back to balanced as well. And just trying to prevent anything over the top, even though our high line seems to have been effective today. Maybe trying to help out the wing a little bit. Horvath in space. Big save from Petros in the final minutes. Mogensen will draw a foul. A deserving match here at the end of the day. Petros was confident that one was going wide, I guess. At least somebody was. Yeah, we are still missing. And Raska, while he'll get the assist for today, it wasn't from deep lying playmaker. Although I guess he had to have had a pretty decent game if he's got an 8. But Birkenbaum. And he'll just hold on to it until the final whistle. A good performance, one where we were dominant in the first, but a good goal at the right time for Ascoli. Put us under pressure. Good response in that second half. We got to be pretty happy with how everyone reacted, and the ones who didn't react pretty well, or as well as the others, we got off the field, and all the substitutes seemed to play pretty well. I don't think it was that big of a deflection. Well, I think we deserve some luck at that point. Yeah, I got to give credit to the players on that one. Orestes isn't happy. I can't keep both of my left center backs happy. It's not good. Ten key passes for Raska, but again, I think some of those would have had to have been corners. But and Petros liked what he heard at halftime. The young keeper. Not exactly who that was for, but hey guys, get him off my team. Bro, that's like the lowest number I've seen. Like, what did you die this past week? Ugh, now I've got all of this. I don't know. I think there was some injury. Maybe he was injured, and so he didn't really get to train. Doing a lot of this, which I guess is good. You want to see your youth guys training well. But a lot of people to talk to. Really wish there was like a faster like a team meeting system of like, hey, all you guys, I was told you trained well. Nice, good job. Like that's kind of what I want to say. What? You are, yeah, you're a problem in our setup, huh? I think we just have to move you in the center and. our first game in the Coppa Italia up next. I'm going to take a short break, I think, before this one to get a little more water. And nobody else has come in for Mogensen, even though I've accepted a bid. I guess other teams are saying 85 mil is just too expensive. If that's where they gotta be. And yeah, I think he's already under a professional contract, so we don't have to worry about that. But maybe he'll say yes to Dortmund. Don't know. No. I mean, I'll keep you around, but no. I need guys that can get to like 15 crossing. Milan dominant. Fiorentina win over Inter, which is good news for us as we move to second in match week 20. Atalanta win and Parma draw. But Parma's now solidified themselves a little bit more in the middle of the pack. It's not like impossible to be passed, obviously, but their shaky start to their second year up, or second year in a row up, seems to have leveled out anyway. Juventus win. So with the other games over, we are sitting in second place, just above Inter. Man, have we not like botched a couple of games here? We could be doing really, really well right now, but I guess it is what it is. And we'll look after the Udinese, the second Udinese game, on whether or not we're doing for the training. So it seems like no big sales are going to happen. Tomazic, the only outgoing so far, which means we can't really purchase or get in on any of these opportunities. Man, if you had issues in the Italian... Yeah, I mean, I won it once not too long ago. I think those all are still league. Almost lost in the third this year. I'm kind of concerned that that's about to happen. I guess I kind of agree with that. I don't know if I like. I've already like prevented him from doing so much. Like I almost just feel like a center back. If I could do it all again, I would just like let him play. Yeah, shooting is definitely not great for Birkenbaum. Yeah, I'm kind of all for that. And Nordberg, I'm trying to shift him outside to the wing back, so I don't know that that's gonna matter. Okay. Couple of our top guys on the top prospects on the loan list. Pekovic has been excellent. Mogensen has been fine, but he's not going to be happy if I praise him for that. Vlahovic will stay at Arsenal. Oresta speaks fluent Italian. That's good. That'll probably help some of the hopefully that'll help some of the confusion anyway that our back line seems to have every once in a while. Thanks for the follow, CD Games, with as many S's as possible. How are you doing today? I'm about to take a short break to just fill up some water, use the restroom. But we'll be jumping into the Coppa Italia third round when I get back. Oh, and we will be facing off against Mads Rorslev. Who was with us for a number of years. We're okay on that. No. Oh, I'm doing well today. Was maybe a little hungover. Stayed out a little longer than I wanted to yesterday. And walked around a little too much. And also got my booster shot. So, put my body through the ringer yesterday. But going well otherwise. Starting to feel more awake. And yeah, I've been at Brescia for 9 years in the save. Well, 8.5. We're halfway through the 9th season, I think. But it's been fun. Really like it. Dortmund did enough. We will be saying goodbye to Julius Mogensen. Not that came out of nowhere, but I'm really shocked nobody else even went for a bid here. The Danish international. We brought him in for 25, selling him for around 50. Well, plus some later. Papetti still balling? Yeah, we lost Papetti. Yeah, I'll give you an update. So sad. I should go back and get him. Because he's a G. And actually, he is apparently, like, transfer listed or something. But, yeah, he, at Real Madrid. An interesting career. He kind of forced his way out. I mean, he was phenomenal with us in year one. Forced his way out, though. Wasn't going to re-sign, so I got money while I could. Big sell-on clause. So when he went to Berlin, that was kind of our first big chunk of money, particularly from transfers. And now he's at Real Madrid, and he continues to just only be incredible. Um, would love him back. Actually, at 27, he would kind of be perfect to come back. Not that I have that money. I kind of, sort of just got that money, but not really. Well, none of this is really true. Okay. Okay. That's the one. But yeah, it was sad. I would have loved to keep him and just build around. I wouldn't have needed to do much. I instead have Danilo Pekovic, who I picked up a couple years after when Andre Sestana left for Fiorentina. And he's been excellent. Like, the pair of Papetti and Pekovic would have been unbelievable. And I'm sad I don't get to see it happen. Tonali come back? That one's probably a little tougher to get. Milan have been unbelievable in this series. They are constantly winning. I don't know that he's like the most important player for them, but yeah, he doesn't really put a bad game in either. Yeah. Yeah, we looked at it a little bit earlier, but they're essentially they're spending the most. They're making the most sponsorship revenue. They've just been they're the monsters that we're trying to take down. Milan is working on it. I maybe should have delayed that one and played him, but yeah, I just think the thing about Mogensen, he kind of wanted to go, was getting interest from everywhere. We weren't gonna. Oh, that sucks. Probably our best prospect, Dario Reina, or like actual youth prospect. Big injury, 16 years old. He's gonna be good. I like him a lot. So yeah, I'm from the U.S., the East Coast, in particular Pennsylvania, and now I'm living in New York. I've been a Spurs supporter for a couple of years. Still pretty open to other things. I need to catch more Serie A games in general. But I mostly just follow the Prem and Tottenham. But I do love Conte. And part of the reason why I'm in a Serie A save, or an Italian save, for Portugal, nice. There's one thing I do love about streaming this game is just getting people from all over the place. A new record sale. Yeah, I would have liked to keep Villalpando too. Tottenham playing him yet? Oh yeah, now he's settling in. Okay. Still not tearing it up like he was with us, but huh? What? Huh? That's not right. Did they, like, do an update? I think Spurs are starting to think a little bit different, but I think I'd agree with you before that. I'm not... I became a fan, like, halfway through the Mourinho thing, his tenure, where they started to play downhill and he eventually got fired. But yeah, the new stadium is phenomenal. Would love to go visit one day. But yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with what you're saying on that front. But oh, interesting. I'll be interested if Conte stays for a while. I don't know that he will. We have done a couple of things that seem to imply like he's trying to build a team not just now, but also the future. But I don't think it's officially... But, nothing really official yet on that front. I think he'll probably be in that situation where it's just he gets to stay as long as he decides he wants to stay, and that's about it. So, it's probably going to take a little bit of time to switch. I probably should have done this earlier. Not that. Yeah, I think I can up a lot of these. Oh yeah, a ton of that. Yeah. Yeah. Getting back to the Spurs talk a little bit before I take my break. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Kane and Son are incredible, and I do think they wasted a number of years behind them. But it seems like we're putting in some money now. And Kulusevski, I think, was a great signing so far. I mean, he's still young. I think everybody forgets how young he is, but that's been good. I think we're missing that, like, next level midfielder still. We've got some good guys that are versatile. Basuma, though, is a great pickup just for depth and everything. And so I think we did a lot this year of just bringing the whole quality at the club up. But I still think we have some of those guys that are just like, they're not, not to say they're not Premier League guys, but they're not number one, number two, competing for the top spot Premier League guys, So I think we gotta keep building the way we're building. I don't know if we have the finances to do that, but yeah, exactly. Like, Lucas Moura is still, like, I don't know. We signed players to play like right wing back, and still he's gonna play right wing back ahead of some of those guys or whatever. It's like, I don't know. Like, so Moura as a person isn't great. So I do think he's like one of those glue guys where it's like he's a fine personality to have around, and he definitely works hard. When you take out some of his personal beliefs and stuff, it's fine. But yeah, I just think, I don't know. All he's got is speed, and it's not like he's faster than, like, the Liverpool side, you know. So it is what it is, but because of his attitude, he gets to stick around. Yeah, I still think we're behind City. Obviously, City's amazing, and they've been building for a number of years. But hopefully, we can close the distance a little bit. Okay, before I get into this game, we can maybe continue that while the game's going on. I forgot I was going to be out both of my starting wingbacks in this game. Great, awesome. But I'll jump back. I'm going to take a short break and be right back. And I'm back. Yeah, to jump back into that, the Holland, he just is so scary. Pekovic in this game. Yeah, they can just feed him all day long. That's not good. Pekovic, Abdulov, Carboni. Liverpool took you, Darwin. Yeah. Yeah, that was quite the spectacle, too. Seems like he's been good, but pretty big mistake early in his career. Premier League career, I should say. He needs 1 year to start playing. Yeah, I think that kind of makes sense. I think that's what a lot of people are saying, and then he got like 2 fluky goals off the beginning, and I think some people just like saw the stat line. Only in the last season he started to be good. Yeah, I wasn't too familiar with him. I think I've seen the name through FM or whatever, but wasn't too familiar with him. But yeah, it seems like he can be good. It's like he gets to the right positions, it seems like. It's just about, I think, getting more comfortable with the Premier League and getting comfortable with getting knocked around a little bit, because I think that's just a fact. If you're a striker, you're getting chopped at a little bit, you know. That we are going to press Rorslev and Passage, though. Okay. Ah, interesting. In the second Spanish league, that's quite the and it's quite the rise, actually. To now be playing in the Prem. We're in a much better form. Yeah, we just have to approach it in a professional manner. Yeah, I would expect us to play to our standards. The departure of Mogensen. I don't think we're relying on individuals. I think I agree with that statement. Close from Satriano. I mean, I think it would have been saved. This song, huh? Hey guys, you want to get on the same page with what you're trying to do over here? Goes right back out for a throw in the same spot. Nordberg has a go! And I don't know, something about the way that worked. It looked like the keeper stopped playing or he just drifted out of position. And Nordberg takes full advantage, the right wing back. That was kind of wild. Okay, maybe he doesn't need to work on his heading. maybe my coaching staff was right. That was nuts. A ton of power behind that one. And we're taking care of business in our first cup match. Nice ball. Nice touch. Tidy finish. And before 10 minutes are up, we're up 3-0. That's crazy. Just open. I haven't actually seen any. I haven't gone to any MLS games. It's one thing I really need to do. The problem with it in a lot of New York sports teams is they're like so annoying to get to. Karnaseki, what was that, dude? So now that you've gifted him 2 goals, Karnaseki, would you like to start playing today, or... What the fuck, dude? Ugh. Honestly, big save. Yeah, not that anybody would want to come in for him after a performance like that, but if, I'm now open to offers. What the hell was that? That was bad. He's done that a couple of times, too. I think that's what makes me even more upset. And we don't even let the center back get back into position. we take it quickly, and Satriano puts it home. Nice. We'll take it. Nice job, Cueva. Not his game, but getting back on defense there. Oh, nice ball, Cabrera. Getting that through and Satriano finishing it off. And back to what we were doing to start the game. Yeah, he's been playing really well. He had a kind of a down year last year, but Cabrera exploded onto the scene in his first year. But I think that just made him more mad, and part of why I moved on from the Mogensen guy was because I think Satriano is here to stay. And then I'm really excited about Cabrera. And now I just need to find the like third guy. Close. And I have a guy who does have a knack for the back of the net at the moment, but Satriano again. Luca? Yeah, I can look up Luca. I forget where he was. He was in he was at Bayern Munich for a long time in this series. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot that he and Satriano's just going to keep scoring goals, which is great to see. Yeah, forgot that he moved but yeah, and then Sesko to Leipzig. It's like the guys, they're no longer there. I'm gonna take Madu off, even though like everybody on the bench is complacent. 4 goals for Satriano. Honestly, well, we need time for Jenner because he's gonna have to play at least a little bit here, and then we'll get Florentini out there. A couple of guys that are going down in their sharpness, given the opportunity now that we've scored 7. Yeah, Red Bull. A lot of money flowed through all of those clubs. So I should probably go. That's probably why I should go watch like the New York Red Bulls or even City FC, New York City FC, but just haven't made it out there yet. Recently getting into like competitive football again. That was a really nice goal. 10 goals in this one. This is honestly one of the more ridiculous ones. Yeah, Karnaseki being complacent, I think, leads to a lot of this. He just does not care at all. I knew Martinarini wanted to have a go. Man loves to score bangers. Yeah, I think this might be one of the more wild ones that I ever had, to be honest. I think I might have had like a 5-4 once. So even though like one less goal is maybe a little more tense. But pretty wild. Now we're just like dawdling on the ball because like we just like want them to score more. Just like rack it up. And I think what's even more wild, there was only 10 goals, 3 points of XG combined, or so, a little bit over 3. Which is a little shocking with how the goals have gone in, but whatever. I don't know, exactly 3 points. 3 points of XG, 10 total goals. I'm just gonna go well done. Good win, and I wish you deserve to get fined for that one, but your actual number, I think, just got you out of it. Asshole. Yeah, really huge result. We like to see what we can do. Yeah, we just need to keep building on good times. Absolutely delighted we were terrific. But also Karnaseki was bad. I mean, I am interested in getting him back. This is really bold of you that like man scores four goals though, and is like not looking too good for you, my man. He's your highest earner by or your most transfer value I think somebody's about to get fired. Nobody else at Brescia, right? That I have to worry about. Nope. Hey, Satriano, I'll do the improved contract. Maybe next year, or maybe even now, but get fucked. I did that one out of spite. What an asshole. Ah, that's more like it. Gives him a real agent. He's got some of the other top players in the world under him. What does your contract expire? I think this is what's worse is hey man, how would you like a new contract? I mean, I'm more in for the end of the season. Just to make sure. I've got some weirdness going on. This agent should love me. About to make like $500,000. Salary. I don't want to be like too greedy, but yeah, a little less. Or is that more? Hold on. I think I actually will just leave that salary, but we'll just bring some of these other things down slightly. Nothing too crazy. Fine. You win. Not like he's making a ton more money off of that. Juventus is out. Penalties for Napoli. That opens the door a little bit. Not that it means too much with Inter and Milan still in. Just gonna reset these a little bit. Well, for 100 mil, I think I'd have to be interested. I think he's good, and I think that he's done well recently, but I guess we could consider Denis. I don't think that move, though, makes much sense. Especially for, like, nothing. When he's a fringe player here, too. No. Oh, yeah. It's also time to, think about who our replacement is. Although, I do care about the pace. Yeah, I want to keep an eye on Mogensen. Oh, I forgot about Luca. Lorenzo Luca is at RB Leipzig currently. Yeah, he's been in Germany. Yeah, he was around. Went to Atalanta. Spent it. They made the smart move and then sold him off to Bayern Munich, and now he's at Leipzig. So kind of similar. Little different career trajectory. Interesting. I mean, I do kind of need a player this year. But he looks good. I don't know if he looks all of my transfer budget good, but... Only Brazilian, so we can't do that. Stromberg's the one that interests me the most. The problem is, I think that they've kind of put the fuck off price on him. I mean, at the low end, that's not bad. At the high end, it's just it's a lot. Yeah, not having a ton of success. Just interested. Just curious. Yeah, no, probably not on that one. $103 is pretty rough. Not that I'm shocked, because he is a really good player in his prime. Must be Martens that I'm thinking of. So I know there's a Brazilian. is pretty good. That they were telling me was like 25.5, which would be great. But I think it was Mart. Yeah, he was the one in Turkey. Yeah, so Real Madrid got him. I see. I see. Darwin Nunez doesn't like big matches. Not good on that one. Mostly messing around. Bring Niels Erik Bach back? No thanks. So it still kind of is Stromberg. And I love the athleticism. It just feels like we're gonna spend the same amount of money. Not actually good at heading the ball. It does have some jumping reach, though. Right, there was some craziness going on last time we checked with this. I think I have to be willing to go pretty close up front, trying to lower it with a nice percentage of profit from next sale. Yeah, I think they're gonna ask for the upper end here. Well, I'm gonna try to go to the lower end, but something that's at least within their range. I just think with them, not concerned about it. They want the release clause, which makes sense. I don't know. I'd rather use the money to kind of start spreading it out a little bit more than one-to-one replace Mogensen with DeSmit. Because then I at least should have offered that to Leverkusen. Be like, straight up, you want to switch? I think worst case scenario, we maybe loan in that young guy. And as long as there's no injuries, I'm not really concerned. Oh, I should look at, like, just other places to spend the money, too, right? Wing back, center mid, attacking midfield. Center back. Goalkeeper. Yeah, and surprisingly, they're looking at the very upper end. I'll kind of fall on that. I don't really like that, but no, I don't really like doing all that. I guess kind of the flip side to that is then maybe upping this first one a little bit more. Well, yeah, that's the other thing. I have Volata. I don't have to make that move. So maybe I should explore what other moves we could possibly make. How about nothing? Just, is there any young player? This crossing was better. That'd be interesting. Yeah, Maris is ridiculous. nobody really jumping out to me. Or, like, that's actually in the price range, you know. I should say. Yeah, the problem with Nakamani is consistency. The media handling style is interesting, but he's also an international presence. Or it'd be a non-EU type thing. It's kind of more in that range, but not quite right. Well, I think I have to wrap it up here. Start get ready for my plans this evening. I'll do a little bit more looking into this, position by position. Each spot, where do I think the money could go? I'm most interested in Stromberg, but we have a pretty good player. We have pretty good players there already, so it just adds to like being difficult to manage. It would be nice to maybe do something defensively, but we're also restricted with no non-EU guys because there are like some interesting center backs, but maybe we can't really address that until next year when some spots open up. But yeah, thanks everybody for stopping in and chatting today. Appreciate it. Hope to see you again, and have a good rest of your day.